A highly sensitive person is somebody that's highly attuned to their surroundings, both like the emotions of other people, but also like physical surroundings. Um, and that can be a real gift at times. Like you might be a lot more perceptive about the feelings of people around you or the spaces around you. And at the same time, we live in a world that's highly stimulating, that's constant inundation of information and emotions and news. And for those of us whose nervous systems, genetically maybe are just a little bit different, uh, like there might be a lower threshold before feeling overwhelmed by all of that. And so it can be, and it can be hard, I think, to not feel shame about, moving through the world and feeling a little bit more overwhelmed, like where it feels like the volume on the stimulus around you is kind of turned up to 11, where it might not be like that for everybody. Um, but it's not about changing that or getting rid of that. It's like, how can you work with the gifts that come with that? When you're highly sensitive and kind of moving through a world, again, that's so stimulating, it might start with even just that acceptance piece and self-compassion, about and accepting your nervous system for what it is, but also finding ways that to like be able to recharge and care for yourself so that you're able to access some of those gifts when oftentimes they're like obscured with this general feeling of overwhelm. And so that might look like, how do we bring in more self-care or opportunities to rest or slow down or get a break from that stimulation, in a world that tells you that you're not supposed to do that. How it often shows up is somebody that's been told for their whole life that they're too sensitive by their friends or their family or in school. It might be somebody that's just like, I cry over everything, or I feel like my emotions are too big, and people around me don't get me. And that's often how it first shows up. And I think the first step is like, yeah, maybe like accepting yourself even when you've gotten these messages that that's not okay. It's perfectly okay. And we have to be accepting of it and aware of it in order to find a way so that you can still thrive without having to change that thing about yourself that makes you unique.